My mom having me at 21, very young, really didn't have the means and the living setup situation to really take care of me on her own with my dad at the time. So my grandma raised me. The reason why I write left-handed is because my grandma, I spent a lot of time with her my first 3 to 4 years until my mom was able to financially, take over and have me, for a uh, full-time routine. But, I think that's part of where I get this hard work. I remember my mom having 3 jobs, bagging groceries, being a school bus driver, and babysitting kids. And I think that work ethic kind of, that DNA it fell into my soul and spirit as well. I mean, if you look at my career, the way that I play the game has always been the guy that's punched the clock in and done all the little things that might not show up on the box score, but it's what takes to win. And I learned that from my mom, that hard work always beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. So I think I'm very, very fortunate to learn a lot from her. Grew up in government housing. When you're young, you think that's like great living. And I remember talking to my friend Rel, and I used to remember, like, on the weekends, I'd go to my cousin's house a lot. And I remember, like, starting to replay, like, the areas they lived in. I said, man, I had an apartment on, like, the 14th floor, but they had homes. And then my buddy Rel was like, yeah, their parents are probably doing pretty well. But when you're a kid, you don't notice the difference. You're so numb to that stuff. But then as you start to replay it, you realize, like, my parents worked tooth and nail to provide for us. And those same sacrifices, I wanted to, pay it back, pay it forward.
And were you able to?
Yeah. I remember June 26, 2011, in Newark, New Jersey, Prudential Center, getting drafted, number 4 pick overall, shaking David Stern's hand. That was one of the greatest feelings in my life. Being able to just look at my mom and, the ESPN camera panning to her and, showing her love and talking about her story and how it meant a lot to me was a great feeling. But that was just the beginning.
And was she retired that day
That
on?
moment.
Wow.
That moment. She never drove a school bus again, never bagged a grocery, never babysit, never had to do all that. And the reason why I wanted her to just focus on Amari, right? That's a lot. I remember she used to bring Amari on the school bus and have to do all that. And that's a lot. That's a lot for anyone. That's the physical, the battle and everything, right? It's just tough on a parent. And especially, like, I always tell people, like, you judge someone based on how they treat their family and how they take care of their